LeBron has broken plenty of records throughout his illustrious 21-year career, and after his 9th minute on the floor tonight, he's going to do it again. He's going to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most career minutes, including regular season and playoffs in NBA history. But it's crazy to think that LeBron is already on the cusp of officially having played more basketball than anybody else, period. But it's even more wild when you sort of take a step back and you just look at everything he's done. He's first in points. He's top 5 in assists. He's top 5 in wins, top 5 in triple-doubles, 5th in three-point field goals. And there's so much more. I mean, rebounds. He's top 25 in 2. And these totals are only going to go up. So I ask you, Kendrick Perkins, how much do you think sustained excellence should sort of factor in when we talk about LeBron's legacy, big picture here?
Oh, you already know the answer to this. And the fact that LeBron got more minutes played in the NBA than more miles than I have on my truck, that's a problem right there. Because when I think about Bron, when I think about Bron and I think about the longevity, it's not just the longevity, Scott, Malika, and Ramona. It's the elite play over an extended period of time. And one could still say that LeBron James is the face of the league, and he's going on 39 years of age. Again, I say this, I've said this time and time again, and I'll repeat it right now. There's no other player in sports history that has been under the pressure like LeBron James and has been able to sustain it over this period of time. It's been since the age of 16, since he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, labeled the chosen one.
Yep.
In sports history.
Perk, I'm going to piggyback off some of that stuff that you just talked about, LeBron. You know, the scoring leader title is going to be what a lot of people want to talk about.
Sure.
That's the glamour title. But this minutes title, and Perk can relate to this, a guy playing this long at a MVP level down there every year is phenomenal. It's unheard of.
Insane.
And we probably will never see someone else do this again. At least I won't in my lifetime.
Right.
To play this many minutes. Because you think about the training camps, the 82-game seasons, the playoff runs, all of that durability that's required to do that, and you're doing it at a high level. All I can say is that LeBron James has Father Time parked outside of his home right now, but he's keeping him in his car, and he's not letting him in his house.
Scott, do you know how many points Kareem averaged in his final season? Okay, so Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was 42 years old, 1988, 89. He averaged 10 points a game in 23 minutes. Do you see what LeBron James is doing in his 21st season?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's 38, going to be 39 at the end of December, but for him, he's still the best player on the Lakers. And that is not an offense to Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis has been great. But LeBron,
player, no matter who you're asking in the league.
For him to be this good at this age with that many miles on his tires, like that is unbelievable. And the only comp that comes to mind that in any sport is really Tom Brady. I mean, he played deep in his 40s, and you know, he probably would have played as long as he could have, but he did get an extra championship in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And these, to me, I always feel like if you're the Lakers, everything LeBron is giving you right now is a bonus. Nobody expected he'd be this good at this age.
Yeah.
For him to be at this level where they're still in contention,
it's pretty unbelievable. If we're in the barbershop, this is right now where you take the turn into the Jordan, LeBron, GOAT conversation and where this would all factor in. Because at some point, you do have to take a look at the longevity, the ability that he has to be playing at this level this long into his career.
Style of play, too.
Right.
I mean, he's not a big center who can just live in the post.
It's remarkable.
And he's not a small person either.
No.
He's more than up and down that court. He's 6'8", 265.
Right.
Been doing that at a high level.
But I know LeBron and the Lakers are a little bit more interested in what goes down tonight in Philadelphia. What they can do, right, is make their way into the top 6 in the West with a win over Joel Embiid and the Sixers. We know all eyes are going to be on the matchup between Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid. But it's the Sixers' backup center, Paul Reed, who had some interesting comments this morning about slowing down Anthony Davis.
You know, he's a bit flopper, so make sure that I don't get in foul trouble early by any of the, can't be too aggressive with him. You know, you're going to be flailing, so got to make sure that I can stay out of foul trouble.
Perk, he's a big flopper?
You know what? I'm gonna say that Paul Reed was hungover from Thanksgiving because he tripping right now. First of all, AD is not your problem. AD is Joel Embiid problem. Now it's the difference if he was actually in the starting lineup and was gonna be checking AD minute by minute and starting off on him. But no, that's a matchup between Joel and Embiid. Okay. And the only thing I could say that's gonna save Paul Reed is the fact that Joel Embiid is on his team, and we know how Joel Embiid takes these matchups personally.
Well, then let's set Paul Reed aside just for a second, because that was entertaining. Then let's take a little bit of a closer look at Davis and Embiid. What are you watching in this matchup, Ramona?
I mean, first of all, I don't know that Anthony Davis is going to guard Joel Embiid. Like, this is when you come back to Anthony Davis wants to play the 4, not the 5.
Right.
So I am looking for a lot of Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes on Anthony Davis
that
today.
double big.
And in this last game, Joel Embiid was, the last time they played in Philly, Joel Embiid, 38 points, was dominant the whole game. Anthony Davis led them back in the second half, and that's when we started hearing those Anthony Davis for MVP chants. They didn't end up winning the game. They had a weird play at the end, but it was a close game here. I think this is one both guys, from a matchup perspective, they take this seriously, and they do have a relationship. Last year when Anthony Davis hurt his foot, Joel Embiid texted him and said, "Do you need anything? How you doing?" Because he had that same foot injury.
Right? Yeah.
So those two guys, they know each other, and I think there's a friendly rivalry there, but it is an interesting matchup because AD's a 4. Like, he wants to be a 4, and Joel Embiid is definitely a 5.
And this is the quintessential matchup about why he wants to be a 4.
Because Perk is the one who makes up words, okay? So I'm going to make one up here.
Okay.
But, like, Joel Embiid is playing a little Jokic-y this year. Right? Like, he's playing differently.
I think Jokic-y is actually in the Merriam-Webster dictionary now. At this point, I
don't know how we spell it. Is there, like, do we add it?
It's a Y.
Yeah,
it's
a Y.
official.
Like, he's playing differently with Tyrese Maxey out there with that pocket pass. The matchup there is going to be real interesting how they defend it.
Perk, let's take a little bit of a big picture look, if we could, here, because LeBron's window, however slowly we may think it is closing or not, it is closing at some point. I'm not going to be the person who puts a timeline on it ever, but the Sixers' future, it's always going to have a sort of Joel Embiid-sized question mark hanging over it all. So what do you think is at stake for this season for the 76ers?
Oh, losing Joel Embiid. And not only is Tyrese Maxey auditioning to keep Joel Embiid, matter of fact, Tyrese Maxey actually could save this whole franchise. But the rest of the players are auditioning along with Nick Nurse. Because at the end of the day, Ramona just talked about it. Joel Embiid has elevated his game even more from last season as far as his decision-making, making guys around him better, the way he's anchoring the defense and protecting the rim. So when I think about the 76ers, I go back to that signature win, right? The 76ers are a team that's contending. In order to continue to build, you got to beat teams that are considered contenders. And I think this is one of those games where the Lakers are playing well that the 76ers have to go in there and get this win and protect the crib because they haven't really got their signature win at home yet. I would say the Celtics, that was early in the season, but right now when people are starting to hit their stride and teams are starting to match, I think this is the perfect opportunity for the Sixers to show who they are.
You want to continue to sort of hit those benchmarks. So you think the 76ers have more at stake. Who do you think, the Lakers or the Sixers, Scott?
I'm going to differ with you, Big Perk. I'm going to say the Lakers have a lot at stake. Well, I'm tread lightly until I see the big fella here in person. But, I think the Lakers do. I mean, look, we talked about LeBron's historic minutes thing and all like that. The Lakers, each day matters now. And this team has to accumulate as many wins as they can right now this season, because this may be it. We don't know. And, you know, Anthony Davis is often injured, but he's healthy now. This team's got to figure out a way to win as many games as they can, and it's very important, I think, that they go in and get a road win today. I see Perk over there frowning right now. But
that's his sting guy.
That's exactly no, but I think
no,
that,
because I want to ask you, when you say that's it, when you say it might be it, I'm thinking for who, right? They just locked AD into a contract extension.
Well,
I don't believe LeBron James is going anywhere no time soon. So I'm just saying.
I think, look, LeBron has been, he's playing 21 years. And we don't know when the end's going to come from. It doesn't look like it right now. It may be a few more years, you know, God willing, and I hope that happens for him. But I still think they're an aging team, no matter the way you look at it. The Sixers, on the other hand, they have some money available to them this coming summer. And so if they play well enough this year to keep Embiid's interest up, and he's playing fantastic, you know, they can sell that to him that they can bring another player on board and still make another run at it next year in a long time beyond that.
Yeah, the only variable for the Sixers, right, is it's patience. It's the patience of Joel Embiid and company. How long does he have the stomach to sort of keep hitting that ceiling, particularly if the ceiling is the second round and not breaking through to the Eastern Conference Finals? And, you know, who knows? Maybe we could see the Lakers and the Sixers match up in some sort of NBA Finals scenario.
NBA,